So today I'm looking for college students who are in visual effects programs that might be willing to take on my movie as either a project or even after school, after they graduate, as like their first introductory project to the world. If you're new to the channel, what had kind of happened was that I was in post with this movie, trying to get it done, but then we had my baby daughter. So the past 2.5, 3 years have been just completely full of raising a toddler. If you have a toddler, you know what that's like. But I'm now back into it, trying to get this done. I'm kind of starting with ChatGPT here first, and I'm actually gonna do top visual effects programs around the US. So I've already got a contact at one program here in Nashville that I'm going to be writing an email to later today, because I actually did talk to him before my daughter was born, and we were kind of discussing having my film be a project that some of the students can do within this one class that they have. However, it would have taken forever, because he was telling me how much work they would have been able to cover in this class. For that, I could pay a minimal fee to have them take on the project in another sort of forum, but that also was going to take a really long time. So we kind of left it there. No one School of Visual Effects in the world, strong connection to major studios, heavy emphasis on many. Savannah College of Art and Design, that's the one that Frankie had mentioned. So that was definitely on my list. Ringling College of Art and Design, University of Southern California School of Arts, Academy of Art University. So what I'm gonna do is strong VFX components. I am going to turn this into, oh, that said the industry that they're looking for people to get hired. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for are students in their senior year, or maybe about to graduate, that would be willing to take on the VFX for my film as a project. I don't know, what else, what am I asking ChatGPT to figure out here? I want to make a list of people, of professors in these programs to contact for this purpose. Can you make a list for me of potential contacts, the top, we'll say 5. We'll start with 5 for now. 5 to get a hold of and put it in an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so it did come up with some actual names for me. Contacting department chairs is usually more effective than contacting individual professors first. Chairs can forward your project to an entire graduating class rather than a single student. So good to know. What you're offering is actually attractive to the right student. A completed feature film with real credits, potential portfolio material. So I'm going to have to put all of that definitely in an email. If you'd like, I can also build a second spreadsheet with direct email addresses where publicly available, LinkedIn URLs, school career services contacts. Add all of that to your first spreadsheet. And give me the link. Okay, so what I'm going to do after I have this list is I'm actually going to call the contact I had here in Nashville, and I'll let you guys listen to my side of that conversation. It's probably going to end up being just a message left on his answering machine because he's probably in class or something because it's in the middle of the day. That spreadsheet has contact information on it, notes on it. So what I want to do now that I have some notes on them, I guess the best thing to do is to write an email to them, right? Compose an initial email. Oops. Sorry. An email. I'm a bad speller. Compose an email to these chairs pitching a zero-sum game. Make it sound like me, but professional too. So I've done a lot of work with ChatGPT on trying to make it sound like me. I'll have to rewrite parts of this anyway, but it's getting better and better at writing like me and getting rid of some of the AI-ness of what it writes. Okay, I would not lead with, I need free visual effects help. Professors get those requests constantly. I'd lead with an educational opportunity for advanced students to contribute a completed feature film that is entering post-production and festival submission. That position zero-sum game is something that benefits their students, not just you. Here's how I'd add it in your voice. Hello, Professor. My name is Paul Navarro. I'm a filmmaker, video editor, and graduate of Carnegie Mellon's Master of Entertainment Technology program. For the first several years, I've been producing an independent feature film, Zero-Sum Game, a science fiction thriller that was shot in, no, it wasn't shot in Nashville. This was shot in Venice Beach, California, with a cast of roughly 25 actors, and is now in post-production. I'm reaching out because we're at a stage where we need visual effects work, and I thought this might be the kind of opportunity that could be valuable for some of your advanced students or recent graduates. The film is fully shot and edited. What remains is a collection of VFX shots ranging from cleanup and compositing work to more ambitious effects sequences. No, there aren't very many more ambitious shots. There's a couple of them. I can think off the top of my head, I'm thinking of just 2 shots that are really a little more ambitious than that. But that's ambitious for me. Apparently, according to my friend Brian, who you can also see me interviewing, he's a professional visual effects compositor. Nothing in my film is a very complicated visual effects shot. Film is fully shot, a few more ambitious sequences. My hope is to connect with talented artists who are looking to build their reels with real feature film material and receive on-screen credit for their work. A little about the project: independent feature, length science fiction thriller, fully shot and edited, planned festival submissions. I would say planned festival admissions, but also it has already been accepted to at least the Culver City Film Festival. I don't know how to put that. So it's already accepted into the Culver City Film Festival. I had to pull it out because the film wasn't going to be ready in time. So the curator for that told me, as soon as your film is done, let me know, because he'll put it back in the program. So hopefully that offer still stands, because I'm going to write it here. Plan festival submissions following completion of post-production. Maybe put that planned festival appearance in the Culver City Film Festival and other submissions following completion of post-production. IMDb credit and portfolio material for participating artists, so flexible scope depending on student interest and availability. I know your students are focused on developing professional quality work before entering the industry, and I believe some of the material in Zero Sum Game could provide, yeah, see, this doesn't all sound like me, but I'm gonna rewrite that. If appropriate, I'd be happy to provide a trailer, sample scenes. I'm gonna already add the trailer so that they know what they're doing, so that they know what type of film it is, because this is a science fiction thriller with, like, you know, blood and killing in the streets. So there'll be some students who, you know, I guess won't want to participate in that kind of stuff, and some students are just going to jump at the chance. If appropriate, I'd be happy to provide trailer, shot list, and additional details that we could share with interesting students. If there is a better faculty member, department coordinator, career service representative, or student organization contact. Okay, so this kind of needs to be shortened, just because, you know, if I'm a busy professor, you can hear the thunder outside. Can you hear the thunder? It is a beautiful rainy day here in Nashville, Tennessee. Let's here, keeping my small edits, make this about half as long. If I'm a busy professor, I don't want to read through a whole big thing. I just want you to get to the point, especially if I don't know who you are. So, hello, my name is Paul Navarro. They don't need to know that I'm a professional editor. I'm a filmmaker and graduate of Carnegie Mellon's Master of Entertainment program. I've spent the past several years, I don't know if I want to make it sound that old. They don't need to know that I had a little hiatus while we were taking care of my daughter. I've been producing an independent feature film called Zero Sum Game, a science fiction thriller shot in Venice Beach, California, that is now in post-production. Good, that's short. I'm reaching out because we're looking for talented VFX artists and thought this might be a valuable opportunity for some of your students or recent graduates. I don't know why they need to be advanced students. I don't know much about VFX programs, but I mean, I think they'll know. I think the professors will know who to lean this to, and I don't think they're going to give this to a beginning student. The film is shot, edited, and I'm going to keep that. Participating artists would receive this. The remaining work includes screen, portfolio. Participating artists. I'm just going to say the participating doesn't sound like me. The artist would receive IMDb credit, portfolio material, and experience working on a completed feature film headed to festivals, including the Culver City Film Festival, which has already accepted the movie. If you think this may be of interest to your students, I'd be happy to provide a sample of the scenes and additional details that you could share with them if there is a better so, you know, making it sound like me. Some of these phrases don't kind of sound like me. So to me, like, these tiny little things, the way you would write it, even though it doesn't make a huge difference, all of those tiny little tweaks make it sound less AI-like. The remaining work includes screen replacements, compositing, and a handful of more ambitious effect shots. The artist would receive IMDb credit, portfolio material, and experience working on a completed feature film headed to festivals, including the Culver City Film Festival, to which has already accepted the movie. If you think this may be of interest to your students, I'd be happy to provide a sample of the scenes and additional details that you could share with them. Thank you for your consideration. So a lot less AI-like, a lot less probably grammatically proper, but that's how human beings write. They don't write grammatically proper. This expresses itself the way I talk, which is, I believe, kind of the way you should write. That's what sounds human when you're writing like you sound. So, thank you for your consideration. Let's call my contact over at and reintroduce myself and see what he has to say. I'm actually gonna do a different camera because I need to use the camera that I'm using right now to film. So, be right back. Okay, so what has happened is that I have had to sift through emails to try to reconstruct my steps from 3 years ago to figure out who I was talking to at this college. I finally, after reading email after email, got his name. I hope this is still his phone number at the college. He's still apparently teaching there. So let's give him a call and see if we can't start this conversation up again. Hello, may I speak to, please? Oh, hi. This is Paul Navarro. We talked probably about 3 years ago about visual effects on my film. Do you remember that? This is to give myself an excuse. My wife had a baby girl shortly after we talked. So I've been kind of in the throes of raising a baby for the past few years, and now I'm getting back into picking this project back up again. What I was wondering from you is, I don't know if you remember how much of our conversation, we had, but we kind of left it at a place where I stopped because I was trying to get everything done before a film festival that had accepted us, but we weren't going to be able to do it in time. So anyway, I'm back, and I'm wondering if there are any students you might recommend that are either still students or maybe just recently graduated who might want to take a look at the film as their own personal project, or maybe a group of students. I sure do. Yes, I do. No, we're looking for free at this point. Right. But yeah, I'll send you all the information again, and we'll see where we can go from there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, man. Bye. Very nice man. Yeah, I kind of didn't expect it to go that well. He was very accommodating. Said maybe we can incorporate it into a class. Although the last time we talked about that, it wasn't going to be able to be done in any sort of timely manner. But I mean, if it would have started 3 years ago, we would have already probably had it done. But he did say that classes do begin in September, but he was amenable to that idea. I just need to send him an email with the information. So that's where we are now, folks. Come on back. I'm going to be calling up other colleges because maybe this college can take over one aspect of it, and then I'm going to call other colleges to maybe take over other aspects of it. Maybe we split up shots, just spread it across the board, trying to get this thing done. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.